also have another meeting here this evening by 9. It will hold. What do you mean by will it still hold? What? Yes. We have another meeting here by 9. From 9 to about 2 a.m. Tell them to shout power. They are not shouting. Okay, sorry. It's from 9 to 1. Yes. From 9 to 1. Because of how vital that meeting is, we will end the prayers at 5. All right? So that, because a good number of us. What is it? What did she say? What did she say? Oh, smell of joy. So we will end at 5 so that because a good number of us who are here are the people who will still be coming back for that meeting. So it is important that they should rest for at least 4 hours. It's 4 hours now. From 5 to 9, that's 4 hours. Hallelujah. What? What? Even me, I will not even have 1 hour. That's it. The only time I will rest is tomorrow. That is after that meeting, so bear with us. Hallelujah. Okay. Mediaba, what are you saying? Ephesians 3:16. I just want to say something for the next 30 minutes. Somebody time me so I don't cross. That he would grant you according to the riches of his glory to be what? To be strengthened with might by his spirit. Location, where? In the inner man. So it is God's desire, and this is Paul's prayer, that God, in accordance to the riches of his glory, will grant that you be strengthened with might. Now, if he had just ended with the need or the prayer or the wish of you being strengthened with might, that would have been okay. But he made it a little bit more complex by telling us the location where the might is supposed to be domiciled. Are you here? And that location is not your outer man. That location is what? Your inner man. So the prayer is not just that you are strengthened with might by his spirit. No. Because we read earlier on from Zechariah chapter number 4 verse 6, and the verdict of scripture there was letting us know that it is not by might, neither will it be by power. That's it there. Not by might, nor by power, but by what? By my spirit, saith God. So if God is making it explicitly clear here that there is nothing on this planet earth that you will be able to achieve relying on might, and at the same time Paul is praying that God should strengthen us with might. If it will not be by might, then you should not be asking that God should strengthen us with might. Is that true? Do you agree? Do you agree? Please talk. The only reason why that difference is possible is because of the added information in Ephesians chapter 3 verse number 16. The might God condemns in Zechariah 4:6 is might that is anchored where? In the flesh. The might that Paul is asking that God strengthens us with is might that is domiciled where? In the inner man. Are you following what I'm saying here? So if your might is in the flesh, then there is nothing you will be able to achieve by it. But if you rely on might that is domiciled in your inner man, by that might you can do a lot. Is somebody following what I'm saying here? So Paul's prayer is not that our flesh should be strengthened, because by default it is important that you know that the flesh is weak perpetually. The flesh is weak Monday to Sunday. At any time of the day, the flesh is what? Weak. So Jesus will tell you that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is what? That's the judgment of the flesh. It is weak. So might should only rest in your inner man. And what part of you is referred to as the inner man? Your spirit. So if your inner man is strengthened, it doesn't matter what is happening on the outer man, you will not give up. That was why Paul made it explicitly clear. He said, though our outward man does what? Perishes. What happens? The inward man is being renewed day by day. The outward man is designed to perish. That's why you are aging. That's why after some time you start seeing wrinkles here and all over your body, because the outward man is designed to perish. It was made out of dust, and so its destiny is to return to what? To dust. However, if you do not know how to store strength in your inward man, anything that happens to your outward man will affect the totality of your being. You didn't understand what I said? Let me break it down. Okay, take for instance, I'm already saying God forbid on your behalf, so no need saying it again. I know even at that some people will still say it in their heart, but it's okay. Take for instance that you lose your mom. People have said it now. How many people said it in their heart? I talk calm. So that means you don't trust me. You don't trust me. I said I am already saying God forbid on your behalf. Mortality is a curse. So, okay, say your God forbid. I'm saying imagine that you lose your mom. Have you said it? Oh, say it, say it. I'm giving you license now. Imagine that you lose your mom. Say it loud. So that you can be free. Right? Now imagine that something like that happens. You know, something as tragic as that has the capacity to affect your body. Are you with me here? You will cry, you will roll on the ground, you will say, take me, or where are you going to, you know, all of the things that we say when we lose somebody. If you didn't have strength in your inward man, that thing that happened to you which has affected your outward man, I am saying it has the capacity to affect the totality of your being. And by extension, I am saying that it has the capacity to cause you to become depressed. Are you with me here? And once we begin to talk about depression, it is no longer just about your body. It has gone past your body. The transaction is now happening in your soul and affecting your spirit. Because with that depression, you will not pray. You will not. And that is the totality of your being. Being what? Affected. So Paul is saying, though the outward man is perishing, the inward man is being renewed. How? Day by day. And the reason I am saying this is because as long as you are alive, life here on earth, oh my goodness, was it not God that made it explicitly clear that the life of the righteous will be full of trouble? The only guarantee is that none of his bones will be broken. Life on this face of the earth is full of trouble. Trouble that will have the capacity to shake the delicate balance of your being. And I am saying that if you didn't store strength in your inward man, when you come in contact with the troubles of life, you will not know when you've given up. You can't avoid trouble. No, you cannot. There's something called an evil day, right? You can't avoid it. You can't pray it away. There's something called the day of adversity, where scripture made it clear. In that day, if you faint, it will not be because the enemy was strong. It will be because your strength was what? Was small. You can't avoid that day. And when the day of adversity, Ayo Kabala Sekemo, Fendoravatias, Clarita, when the day of adversity comes, the emphasis will be on your outward man. Imagine for once that Job did not have strength locked up on his inner man. Imagine for a second. He lost all his children in a day, lost all his investments in a day. And it did not stop at that. Satan went as far as afflicting his body. This man was dying, yet his conviction was unshaken. Strength in the inner man. Strength in the inner man. Until the wife became a counselor. Why not curse God and die? In the midst of that, Job could still gather strength, not from his body, mind you, not from his body. His body was decaying. He could still summon strength. I don't know from where, but now we understand. He could still summon strength from his inner man, and he brought a response. He said, when God brings good things, we receive, and when he brings the bad ones, why don't we want to receive? He rebuked his wife. He said, foolishness is found with you. I know. Are you with me here? I know that my Redeemer does what? He lives. I know. Permit me submit to you that knowing is not in the brain. It is not in the brain, because the day trouble hits, all of the scriptures you had memorized, you will forget all of them. All of the things you had read, you will forget all of them. What comes out in that day, what saves you, is what was locked up in your spirit man. So the knowing that Job had was a knowing that transcended his mind. It was locked up in his heart. He said, I know that my Redeemer lives. I know my Redeemer lives. He knew it. He knew it. You could chastise his body, you could not take that knowing from him. It was locked up in a place where your eyes could not see and your hand could not reach. I'm saying life is full of trouble. And in the day trouble knocks at your door, if you are found wanted, if you draw back, it will be proof that all of the things you had been doing, it was initial gra. Nothing was crystallized on your heart. You were shallow. You were shallow. Are you following what I'm saying here? Are you here? I know you said God forbid, and I'm agreeing with you. Are we together? But let's be realistic. Nobody will live forever. The God forbid that you are God forbidding, it will eventually happen. Is that true? Is that true? And I am saying, in the day it happens, if you didn't have something here, it will have the capacity to cause you to turn away from God. That's how many people became atheists. Because somebody dear to them died, and they were trusting, they were hoping that God will heal them, and the person eventually died. They gave up on God. That was their own day of adversity. They fainted. That was their own day of adversity. They fainted, and it was just proof that their strength was small. It was small. It was small. I am telling you here, God is my witness. Are you here? As I live life, I prepare myself for the day my parents will leave. Oh yes. Yes. I'm not being wicked. I know they will eventually leave. But not because Satan took them out. They will leave because it is time for them to leave. I already prepared myself for that day. How will I react? How should I react? Yes, it will be painful, but how am I supposed to react? Am I supposed to give up on God? Am I supposed to be angry at God? Am I supposed to curse God? There's a day of adversity, and I'm telling you, oh young man, it is coming. The way out is to build an altar, build strength. Gather strength, enough of it, and let it be locked up in your spirit, not in the outer man. Because in the outer man it can be touched, but what is locked in the inner man, Satan cannot go beyond the outer man. He can't go beyond that. He can't go beyond that. If he wants to buffet you, he can't go beyond the outer man. The verdict was given in the case of Job. He said, do everything you want to do with him, only touch not his life. His life. Afflict him with sickness. Amputate his hand and his leg. You have the go ahead, but not his inner man. Not his inner man. Are you following what I'm saying here? And it is a pain in my heart, because with all of the noise we Pentecostals do, we are not deep in God. We easily give up on God in the face of tragedy. See our brethren who are in what we call the Orthodox churches. You will not find any of them give up on God because a relative died. Are you with me here? They have accepted that death is a reality among men. And whether people die or not, it does not make God less of who he is. But we are the ones, because of our exaggerated hyping of the miraculous, we think nobody is supposed to die. And so eventually when somebody dies, we feel God abandoned. Oh, God failed us. Strength. Strengthened with might. Where? In the inner man. In the inner man. So I am saying, if there is no strength in your spirit, it doesn't matter how big you are. You are a small man in a big body. Life on this side is full of ups and downs, infirmities, challenges, and strength. Kademo And strength can only be found in God. When you lay hold on it, let it be locked up in your spirit. And I'm not telling you something Jesus didn't do. I'm not telling you something John the Baptist did not do. When these children were born, even as children, we are told, and the child grew and did what? And waxed strong. Location, spirit. He waxed strong. Where? You now wonder why in the face of all what they encountered as opposition and challenges, none of them gave up. They were willing to die. There was strength. They waxed strong, not in the body, not in the soul. Their strength was locked up in their spirit. But unfortunately, our generation only knows how to wax strong in body and soul. Strength in the spirit is something we are not conversant with. You eat every day, you are waxing strong in the body. Are you with me? Huh? You are going to school, acquiring certificates and degrees. You are waxing strong in the soul. Your soul is being educated. Your soul is being civilized. Your soul is being strengthened. You now know a lot by virtue of education. The only place where Jesus admonished that you should be strong in is the one you leave unattended to. You leave it to chance. Que sera, sera. I told you, que sera, ne sera pas. You are leaving it to chance. John, as a child, the child grew and waxed strong. Where? Spirit. Same thing for Jesus. Luke 1:80. And the child grew and waxed strong in spirit. And you will be wondering why so much emphasis on waxing strong in spirit. You will be wondering why God strengthening you with might by his spirit is locked up in your inner man. It is because you are not aware. Oh my goodness. And the child grew. This is concerning Jesus now. And waxed strong. Where? In spirit. Okay, this is John. And was in the desert till the day of his showing unto what? Unto Israel. Concerning Jesus, you will find that in Luke 2, I believe verse number 40. And the child grew and was strong. Spirit. It didn't say the man, no, the child. And the child grew and walked strong in spirit, filled with wisdom. And the grace of God was what? Was upon him. Strengthened with might by his spirit in the inner man. And the reason we are making all of this cry is because Romans chapter number 8 verse 26, Paul tells us what is prevalent with us as human beings. He said it is the spirit. He said likewise the spirit also helpeth our what? Our what? Our infirmities. Be it known to you, in this body you are full of infirmities, which is one of the major reasons why your strength should not be locked up in this body, because this body is already disadvantaged. Are you with me here? Are you here? Huh? It doesn't matter how strong you are. At a certain age, there are things you will no longer be able to do. That is part of the infirmities that comes with this body. It doesn't matter how zealous you are. If you are down with malaria and typhoid, there are things you will not be able to do. Limitations, infirmities. This is why Paul prayed that prayer. Let the might be in your spirit. Let the might be in your spirit. If there is strength and might in your spirit, it doesn't matter at what age you are. Are you with me here? In that day, it will not be because of so much physical labors. It will be by utterances. You follow what I'm saying? Okay. How many of you saw the late Dr. Umar Ukpai minister? Especially, within this year and last year. Good. I hope you noticed that he was full of infirmities in the physical. He could not even stand to minister. They had to get a seat for him to minister. True or false? But guess what? The outward man was perishing, but the inward man was adorned with strength. Higher. The inward man was adorned with strength. As a man was invested on a spirit man. This outward man will fail. And so the wise, they invest in their inward man. In that state, on that chair, you saw what happened. It wasn't by so much energy. Not like we are sweating now. It's because we are still gathering. Are you with me here? We are still storing strength in the inward man. That a man sat on a chair. And it was just by utterances, by my spoken word tonight. That's all. Not even just say it. No, by my spoken word tonight. The first time I sat under his ministration in the city of Makurdi, I wondered, what kind of a man is this? Where is he from? They just brought him up. He sang 3 songs as usual, and then told us the number of people that will be healed of back pain, the number of people that will be healed of eye condition, the number of people that will feel fire on their palms. He ran the commentary, and I was waiting that, okay, maybe these are things he received at the place of prayer. So as usual, I was expecting that after all of that, he will preach and then pray so that God will do. He said it finished and then told us, by my spoken word tonight. I said, wait. No, sir. Say doctrinally. Are you with me here? Which one is by my spoken word tonight? He preached his preaching. Not even a fireful preaching like, are you here? Yeah. Friends, strength. Not here. Here. He finished his preaching. I was waiting that, okay, now that he's done preaching, it is prayer time. All of us stood up with our hands ready to receive. He started calling the case. He said, come out. I said, And guess what? It was not just saying come out. They came out. He assigned somebody to count. None of those cases missed the number. They were never less than the number. They could only be more. And left the meeting that night speechless. By my spoken word tonight. Man, inside is so. Strength here. You now, something will happen. Somebody will collapse. You will speak capital letter tongues. Kuka, kwaka, kwaka. And scream your lungs out. And the condition will still be there. Then you now bail yourself out by saying, your healing will be gradual. You now bail yourself out. Whether somebody is standing and saying, by my spoken word tonight. Just a few days ago, I believe that should be Thursday, Pastor E.A. Adeboye was at Apostle Selman's meeting, General Assembly. There was no strength here too. He sat down. But he had invested. Strength had been gathered here. This body is full of infirmities. But if the infirmities that are in this body come in contact with strength that is on your inside, the infirmities will become inconsequential. That's why Paul will say we are pressed on every side. It means nothing to us. What we are more concerned about is what is on the inside. I'm saying, may you not be weak. It is better in the physical. People see you as a weakling. Are you with me here? Are you here? It's better that they see you in the physical as a weakling. Yet in the spirit, Cobra Hate, you should be a giant. Because you have gathered realities. You have won strength in the spirit as a garment. Because in the day of adversity, what will be required is what is on here, not what is here. Strengthened with might by his spirit in the inner man. In the inner man. As I round up, that will be the prayer. Don't leave me like this. Strengthen me with might by your spirit in my inner man. Don't leave me like this. Strengthen me with might by your spirit in my inner man. Strengthen me with might against the day of adversity, against the day of trouble, against that evil day. Strengthen me. Wear me might like a garment. Let my spirit man be galvanized with realities locked up in the heavens. Strengthen me with might. Yes, that I may look weak physically. That's what I was saying. You might even be the last born of the family. In the family, they might even consider you the weakling. They might have been calling you the weak child, the weak child. Hey, this one, Obra Sememe. But let it be so, let it be so. They should say you are weak when it comes to carrying water. They should say you are weak when it comes to splitting firewood. They should say you are weak when it comes to physical labors. But in the day Satan comes and puts his finger on a member of the family, in that day they should know who to call. Oh, perhaps a fella. In that day they should be able to say, this our little sister, this our little daughter. Don't minimize her. She might look small physically, but there are realities locked up in her spirit, realities that can move the hand of God. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus, don't leave me like this. Don't leave me like this. Don't leave me like this. Faila famosai. Vusia. Vuata supra. Parasta vende brahate. If you have read God's generals, you realize that there were some of them who were old and weak. They could not even stand. And people will have meetings and just invite them to come. They will manage them into the hall, not to come and preach, but just that when they come, the realities that are part of their existence, those realities will be in the hall. Somebody will want the presence of God to invade a service, and he will invite a man not to come and preach. Yes, he is weak in the outward man, but the inner man has been adorned with strength. He said, just come, sir. He said, just come. Do you think Apostle Selman invited Pastor Adeboye for preaching? Do you think it was preaching? He himself said it. He said, if it is preaching, what can he say that Apostle has not said and that Apostle will not say? It was not the preaching. He was bringing a man who has captured the realities, and those realities had been locked up in his inner man, and he brought him. Just your presence, just a word will unlock those possibilities, and we, the younger generation, we can enter. You can't afford to be weak. No, you can't. There should be something on your spirit. There should be something on your spirit. Maybe physically you are not strong, and even in your soul you do not have a master's, you don't have the PhD yet, but there should be something on your spirit. And I tell you the truth, if you attend to what is on your spirit, PhD holders will listen to you. If you can give attention to what is on your spirit, you will be more than a PhD holder. Because when a demon sits on a man's life, it doesn't matter how much you studied in school, your medical certificate and all of the degrees that you've gathered, they are weak and powerless in the face of a situation that originates from the spirit realm. They are weak. And I'm saying physically you are not doing bad. In your soul you are not doing bad. That's why you are in Bambili. That's why you are in school, and you are not stopping any moment from now. Yes, because under my watch, I have told you, under my watch, you will not stop at just a degree. At least you must get a master's, and if it's possible, get a PhD. So academically you are not doing bad, but what I am saying is, what about your spirit? What about your spirit? What about your spirit? I know you have certificates already. Is there something you have in the spirit that you can wield? Is there something you have in the spirit that you can wield? Is there something you have? Blessed are the poor in spirit, those who come before him acknowledging that no, they are not there yet. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Give me Proverbs 18:14 and I close. Oh my God, oh my God. You will see why it is important that you invest in your spirit. Proverbs 18:14. Proverbs 18:14. Zabra Zebra Kapo Rapakapa. He said, it is the spirit of a man. What sustains a man's infirmities is the spirit of a man. He said, the spirit of a man will sustain his infirmities. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmities. In the day where his flesh is failing him, what will keep him going? His strength that was locked up in his spirit. The spirit of a man. And I'm asking, with the way you are going, can your spirit sustain you in the day your mother passes away? With the way you are going, can your spirit sustain you in the day you lose a relative? With the way you are going, can your spirit sustain you in the day you are down and your health is down? And even on that sick bed, as I was told by the people around him, they said even on that sick bed, Pa is still holding morning devotion with them. Pa is the one waking them up to pray in that condition. But I know you. It was only headache, and you said God understands. It was only headache, and you said no, there will be no prayer tonight. A man is on the bed of affliction, yet because of how much strength his spirit had gathered, that was not the day for him to relax. Even in the midst of what has happened to his body, the spirit man was still awake. The spirit man was still awake. The spirit man was still longing for fellowship. It was headache, and it had the capacity to shift and postpone your prayer engagement. It was headache, and I'm wondering, what if you were shot and you are in the hospital? It means there will be no prayer until you come out. What if you were down and you were admitted? It means there will be no prayer. You know why? Your spirit is weak. There's no strength in your spirit, man. That's why you need to cry. I'm saying that's why that should be one of the reasons for the cry. That should be one of the reasons why you should cry. That should be one of the reasons why you should cry. Don't leave me like this. Don't leave me like this. Don't leave me like this. I told you of men like Polycarp who they came to arrest them, and he said, please give me 1 hour. Give me 1 hour. Let me pray. Please, just 1 hour. Just 1 hour. And you will be wondering what the content of the prayer will be. Is he asking for his enemies to die? No, he is interceding for the saints that will be left behind. He said, give me 1 hour. Give me 1 hour. How will Paul and Silas be in prison, and prison did not stop them from praying? It's because there was strength in their spirit. How can they be in prison and they are not angry at God because they didn't do anything wrong? How can they be in prison and they still have the capacity to pray? After the prayer, they started singing. It was not prison when you gave up. It was not prison. It was not prison. It wasn't even anything painful. it was just that I'm too busy. Yes, I'm becoming too busy. I'm becoming too busy, so God should understand. I'm becoming too busy, so God should understand. Oh, whereas there were men that even the prison could not keep their mouths shut. They were men. Have you read how A.W. Tozer died? This man was sick, so sick that he could not even carry himself. He returned from the hospital one of those days, and he told the people that aided him, he said, please take me to my prayer room. This is my prayer time. They said, Papa, you are not fine. He said, just take me there and help me to kneel down. What did God do to that kind of a man? And he knelt down there. Yes, he was in pain. His health was failing, but he knelt down there. 1 hour went, 2 hours passed, 3 hours passed. It was the people that were wondering what is happening. Papa is not coming out, only for them to go in to check and realize he had gone to be with the Lord. You just became too busy. You just became too busy. Business is taking so much from you. School is taking so much from you. So you expect God to understand. So you expect God to go on holiday because you are writing exam. You expect God to go on holiday because now you are doing masters. You expect God to go on holiday because now you are doing PhD. You expect God to go on holiday. You expect him to go on holiday. And I wonder, especially for our sisters, yes, who will put God on break because they become busy at this age. You are not yet married. You don't yet have 3 boys, and you have become too busy that God has to wait. At this age, you don't have a job. You don't have a husband to attend to. You don't have children to attend to. You don't have the house to attend to. You don't have your own life to attend to. I'm wondering, so when you get married, what will happen? When you get married, we should forget about you. It is only school now. That is the reason why we can't see you for prayer meetings. It is only school. That is the reason why you are giving excuses. And I'm asking, so the day you marry, what should happen? We should forget about you. When Satan strikes in your family, you will be looking for my number. You'll be looking for our numbers. Whereas in the day when we ask you to lay hold on strength and let it be locked up in your spirit, so that in the day you become too busy, you can just be withdrawing from what you had stored up over the years. No, we can't understand. We can't understand. We can't understand. We can't understand. You are busy. You are busy. Whereas my father in the Lord, Apostle Osai, while he was still working in the oil company, he was as busy as hell. He was as busy as hell. Yet in the midst of that busy schedule, he still succeeded in clocking 8 hours of prayer every day. 8 hours of prayer. Those were the days he was in Lagos. When from his house to work, because of traffic, it will take at least 4 hours, and to come back another 4 hours. So while he is in the bus, he is communing my life. He will even pay for 2 seats so that nobody disturbs him. And 4 hours on the go, as he's climbing the dance, prayer is on his lips. As he's returning, prayer is on his lips. Be on your feet and sustain the prayer. I will tell you something he told us. For those of you claiming to be busy, Apostle said, and I quote, if you can't find time for God in the day when you are busy, the day you have so much time, you will not go to meet God. God will not be your priority. And if you look at your life critically, you realize it's true. The days you have a busy day, so busy, you don't find time for God. And that's why the days you are free, you don't have lectures, you are just in the house, God is not the first thing that comes to mind. You're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, you're on WhatsApp, you are gisting. That's true. If you can't find time for him when you are busy, you will not find time for him when you have time. Don't leave me like this. Don't leave me like this. Sister, I'm saying a day will come where you will not be this strong. When you will be 7 months, 8 months, 9 months pregnant, you will not be this strong. And if you are not aware that those are the periods where Satan is more interested in you, and those are the moments where there should be strength here. Cry now, pray. Pray.
I can't hear you pray. I can't hear you. Lobraga de felita praski bobrato kovevesila. Ruvelata kabe mesu sefila ruakate. Ruvevetia rababoria kraski bobaradi.